Hello everybody, a quick update before we get into the readings. We are now at 55% on the Reiki Apprenticeship Program. Thank you all so much. And now on to the reading. Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January 30th through February 5th. What we have coming up for you on Monday, Sagittarius. We have the Eight of Clubs. Whoops. Never had that happen before. We have the Eight of Clubs showing up for you in reverse. Now, the Eight of Clubs in reverse is just telling me that there's a slowdown. There may be a little bit of a creative block is what I'm hearing for some of you, that you're kind of running out of ideas for something that you're trying to work on Monday. So just a little bit of a slowdown. It doesn't feel like it's long term or anything, just temporary. Feels to me like some of you may be a little bit distracted, and so you're having a hard time focusing to get those creative juices going. Now, for others of you, this is more of a slowdown of communication between you and somebody else in your life, whether it's in your work life or your romance life or a friend, but there's some kind of slowdown going on in that communication. The energy there feels like it's a little bit like you're a little bit anxious maybe about this slowdown, like you're just wondering, is everything okay, or why is it that messages are coming in slower than usual? And once again, this feels like a temporary thing, and it feels like there's perfectly no worries explanation for this once you find out what's going on. So some kind of slowdown coming in for you on Monday, Sagittarius. On Tuesday, what we have showing up is the Lover's card, which is a really great card. This card does talk about some kind of partnership. For many people, this will be a romantic partnership, but this can also talk about a friendship or a family relationship or a business partnership. And when we have the Lover's card showing up right side up, it shows that whatever partnership this is talking about between you and whoever, that you're on the same page and you're both moving the same direction, and things are moving forward in a really good way with this partnership. Looking at Wednesday, Seven of Swords is showing up in reverse, and I really need to feel into this card to see what message it brings out for you guys. So basically what I'm picking up is that you have had somebody in your life, Sagittarius, who has been less than honest with you. And I'm feeling like for some of you it's less than honest, to say the least. And you are in a point where you're starting to recover from that now. I feel like you found out the truth, or most of the truth, and you're starting to just make peace with that situation and move forward. This talks about accepting the situation for what it is and making plans accordingly, basically, is what this is talking about. So wherever there was somebody who was being deceptive with you, you not only know that that was going on, you've accepted that situation for what it is, and now you're just making plans accordingly. So you're moving forward in a productive way, knowing that that's the situation. Now, for some of you, that's going to mean you're just getting the liar away from you. For others of you, that's going to mean I still care about this person, and I'm just dealing with the fact that they are deceptive, and I'm going to still keep them in my life. I'm just going to know that I can't trust everything that they say to me. You know, that's going to pan out different ways how you deal with that. But making some appropriate response to what you found out, basically. All right, and not being in denial about the deceptiveness of the situation. All right, so let's look at Thursday, Sagittarius. Here we do have the Ace of Cups showing up in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. What's going on for you guys? Someone's showing you their true colors. It's interesting that you would have both of these messages come up in the same week. So generally when I have the Ace of Cups show up and somebody is showing you the true colors, when the Ace of Cups is in reverse, this is you taking your perspective of that person. That perspective of that person is coming down a few notches because you have seen their true colors. Maybe you had them on a pedestal before and you just thought that they really couldn't do any wrong. And when you see their true colors, you start to realize that, well, they're human just like everybody else, and they have, you know, the same problems to deal with just like everybody else. And so this happens to be their thing. I didn't know that. Wow. Type of situation. So it's not necessarily that you had them on a pedestal either. I mean, for some of you, this is going to be, you're seeing the true colors in, maybe you had a more realistic view of this person before, but now you're seeing a side of them that you haven't seen that really impacts how you think about them and what level of respect you have for them. So either way, it's somebody showing you their true colors, and that's really impacting how you look at them. All right, looking at Friday, Sagittarius, here you do have the sun showing up in reverse. When the sun comes in reverse, usually what that means, Sagittarius, it could mean one of two things. So what I usually see it mean, and my favorite meaning, is that there's something that you're doing that you're really enjoying doing, and you're sharing that experience with somebody else that you're happy to be sharing that experience with. So you're doing something with someone that you really enjoy doing. The other way that the sun card can come up in reverse is that you're doing something that you want to do, but there's somebody that's kind of micromanaging how you're doing it. So they may be putting restrictions or limitations on exactly how you're doing whatever it is that you want to do on Friday. So either you're sharing a good experience with somebody else and it's all wonderful for both of you. Maybe you're making little compromises here and there so that you're both happy, but still overall really great energy. And then the other way it's coming in is you're still doing something that you want to do, but there's a little bit of restrictions because somebody's, you know, kind of micromanaging the situation. They haven't really turned you loose with this project that you're doing. They have turned you loose with oversight, so to speak. All right, so let's look at Saturday. Saturday, Sagittarius, Queen of Cups in reverse. This is somebody that you're interacting with on Saturday. And this is somebody that basically is emotionally melting down, is what I'm hearing. Normally I talk about a volcanic explosion with this card, but melting down is what's coming through this time. And I think that for a lot of you, you're going to be witness to this. It's not like somebody is blaming you for their meltdown. You're just near them as they're melting down. So what advice do Sagittarians need for this situation? Basically, the only thing you can really do for this person is just kind of be there for them. You know, don't abandon them in their total, complete misery. Although it might be very tempting, you know, just kind of be there and reassure them that life goes on and that things will get better and that, you know, the sky is not falling. Let's see. Or maybe in some cases just be there and be quiet, but just be there. Maybe you don't say anything. I do have a sense that for some of these Queen of Cups personalities on Saturday, they're going to be melting down over the fact that somebody that was close to them has passed away. And that's more the situation of just be there and don't say so much. The situation where you're reassuring somebody that, you know, life isn't over and that things are going to go on and get better. Not really something you want to say to somebody who's grieving, somebody who's passed away. But in other situations, it can be really reassuring and helpful. So, you know, use your best judgment there. All right, let's look at Sunday. Here we do have the Three of Clubs showing up in reverse. Three of Clubs in reverse. Well, a lot of you guys are getting that this week. Three of Clubs in reverse just means that either you are planning some travel and you're making changes to your travel plans. In fact, maybe you've had it all set up for a while and now you're realizing, well, you know what, I think this would be more fun to do than that. I want to adjust that and change that and put this into the itinerary and take that out. Or, you know, maybe there's a place you want to see, whatever. You get the idea. You're making some kind of changes to some travel plans. Or it could be that you're actually literally traveling on Sunday and you're making changes as you go. So maybe you're running into traffic on one route and you're going another way because it's going to be faster. Or maybe there's some kind of problem with the airlines and you decide, maybe I'll take the train, it's more scenic anyway. I don't know, I'm just kind of making stuff up here for examples. But you guys get the idea, you know, you're in the middle of traveling and you have to make some changes. Or maybe you just want to make changes. All right, and then the other way that this can come in, because I see the Three of Clubs many times as my setting that dream card. So when the Three of Clubs comes in upright, it talks about, looking for that dream that you're kind of activating and expecting and hoping for. Now, when the Three of Clubs comes in reverse, it's still talking about that dream that you're expecting and hoping for. It's already been activated, but now you're tweaking it a little bit. You're realizing, what I had thought I wanted, maybe that isn't the most appropriate thing. Maybe what I really want is something that's sort of like that, but with this little tweak or this little twist. Okay? So adjusting a dream is another way that that can come in. So either making tweaks and fine-tuning a dream, or fine-tuning some travel plans, or adjusting some travel plans en route is what I see for you guys on Sunday, Sagittarius. So there's your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. I hope to see some of you here this week for readings, some of you here this week for Reiki sessions, and the rest of you I'll see back here for in the next video. Everyone have a fantastic week. Peace out. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents, because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small, so there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.